Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Overcome Yourself podcast. As you know, my name is Nicole, and today I am here with Bonnie, and she is coming to us all the way from Ireland. Is that correct, Bonnie?
Well, I live in London, so
London.
yes.
Okay, no, just because it says the invitee time zone is UK Ireland, so I was just taking a guess. So you're coming to us all the way from London, and I'm so excited to have you on because your expertise is the yoga of the face is one of the things that you do, and I find that so interesting. So I would love if you could introduce yourself, Bonnie, and tell me all about how you create harmony, how you help people create harmony in their muscles, in their face, in their body. So I'm so excited. Tell me all about it, Bonnie.
Hello, everyone. I'm so pleased to be here and to tell you all about face yoga. I know that many people don't know about face yoga yet, but I can tell you it's the wonderful way how to look after our face. You have to think about your face as you would think about your body. What do you do for your body? Are you having a massage? More likely you had a massage at some point in your life. Or do you like exercising? Do you like to go to the gym? Do you like to go for a run? Whatever it is, or just going for a walk. We tend to do something for our body, but we are forgetting the face. But we have facial muscles. So we can look after our face, facial muscles, in a similar way as we look after our body or exercising our body. And I started with face yoga a few years ago when I wasn't happy about my face. Basically, I had a little son. I was very tired. I was busy mom. I tried to do my best to work. And as I'm actually teaching Pilates, I am rehabilitation Pilates, which is what I've been doing past 10 years. And I came across face yoga and it was really fascinating. And I decided to become face yogi and to learn how to lift my face and how to look after my face. And I liked it so much. And because I already do something about my body, I was thinking such a good thing actually to do exercise head to toe. And that's what I've been creating exercise head to toe and looking after ourselves head to toe. That's my story.
I love it. That is so cool. And we're definitely going to get to the rehabilitation Pilates in a minute. That is amazing. And I had no idea. I'm one of those people that had no idea. I didn't really think about it. You know, I do go to the gym and I'm working out and I'm taking care of my body and I'm paying more attention. And I never thought about exercising my face. So that is so cool. Do you have any like quick tips on something we can do like as like a starter, something that help us maybe relax as entrepreneurs?
Oh, definitely. Well, first of all, we need to start with thinking how we are using our face on daily basis.
Hmm.
You may not notice if you like makeup and you are applying mascara every single day and you are creating lines on your forehead. So, what will happen over the years? Think about it. Applying mascara every single day, maybe for 20 years, maybe less, depending on your age. These lines, wrinkles, they stay permanent. So first of all, what we need to really see, what is it we are doing on a daily basis? It's overexpression. We might be basically creating those lines, which will get over the time deeper and deeper. So this is number one. Number two, we need to relax and release tension from this area. So basically, what is happening? Your muscles get tighter. Our muscles are underneath the skin. You don't need to know more. And if we are tightening those muscles every single day for 10, 20, whatever years, that built up tension will pull on our skin, creating deeper line. So basically, releasing tension is number two, which I teach. And then number three will be doing the toning exercises. Whatever you want to improve on your face. I always suggest to do every single part of the face because you may not know that our facial muscles are connected together. Many of them, not all of them. But we don't have really many joints in our face. We have a jaw joint. But the rest of the muscles, most of them are connected together. For example, your forehead is connected directly to your eye muscles. So if you think about it, whatever you do with your forehead, creating lines or raising your eyebrows, that will actually pull on your eye muscle as well. I can talk about this all day long, believe me, but I've been working behind the scenes, which you will find out very soon as well.
Yes, I love it. And I love the fact that you mentioned, all the muscles in the face being connected. I mean, just like everything else, right? But I remember that one of the things I learned in anatomy is that the nerve for our eyes and the nerve for our mouth are very close together in our brain. And so like when we're putting on mascara, like you mentioned, that's the reason that we open our eyes and then like kind of like without even meaning to, our mouths open too, right? And so we sometimes we don't even think about how those things balance out. And so if we're just working on one part of the face, like they're connected and we might not even realize it. And so like that's such a good point. I love it. um and tell me about how you got to where you are, because you mentioned that having a mindset coach has been really important to building out your practices and to getting to this point, to getting to be interviewed on a podcast. Congratulations. So
Yes.
can you tell me a little bit more about that and how you help your clients to make, to make those adjustments, I guess, as well?
Yeah. Well, as you said, everything is actually connected, head to toe. It's not only the appearance, the things we can see on the outside is those little things that are inside, including your mind. Our mind, our brain obviously is controlling the movement, not only of the facial muscles, but our body muscles or joints. So this is very important to know, but also mm, very often people think that they get very quick result and that's it. They won't have to work, at all afterwards. But that's not true. With our body, with our face, we need to work on it basically the whole life, because we age, things are changing, our life is changing. So we have to do those little adjustments, and that is actually part of the mindset, to be to really think, what is going on, where we need to tweak things. Obviously, me as a teacher, I am the guide to direct my client to the right direction so they don't slip, they don't go the opposite way, but actually things can also go the wrong way. But with work with the mindset coach, it helps me personally as well as with business, because balancing business and personal life, it's really difficult, and you need to set your mindset the right directions to be able to do everything you need to do to make progress, but not to burn yourself. And this is so important as well with clients, because obviously we always need a little bit of guidance, a little bit of push, but not too much. So we are still motivated to do it and to do it consistently. And the consistency is the number one. It's not actually how many repetitions you do, how much you do,
Yes.
what exercise you do. It's usually the balance between obviously the exercise, but also the consistency and the mindset. And that's why I'm very passionate about what I'm creating now, which is my Face Body Mind membership site, which links all these little things together, which I'm very, very pleased to do and very proud of myself. I got so far actually in this sort of business or fitness health uh, direction.
I love it. I'm so excited. That is amazing, Bonnie. You're definitely on the right track. And you confirm a lot of things that I teach to entrepreneurs, right? So the consistency, just creating the habit of showing up, even if it's just showing up at first, creating that habit and creating that consistency. When I started practicing gratitude, I didn't try to write 100 things I was grateful for. I started with 3 every day. right? And so it was those little steps, it was tiny little steps that I was able to take, and when I wanted to drink more water. So instead of trying to be like, okay, the only thing I drink from now on is water, no, I was just like, I'm just going to add one more cup and it's going to be a water. And then little by little, I just got into the habit of drinking that one cup of water. And then that one cup turned into two, because then you start liking it. You get in that motivation and you're like, oh, this is not so bad. Now I'm like, how did I survive without drinking these 6 cups of water every day? I don't even know. Like, you
Yeah.
know? And so like this beautiful thing happens. And you made such a good point, that is reflected in business too, how, for a long time, it seemed like there would be like this big moment and everything would kind of just snap into place, and then everything, and then you're done. And then as you're on this entrepreneur journey, you realize, it's not about that moment, it's about the journey. And like, you have to learn how to do this thing every single day, and it's the same with our health. It's not just this one big diet that we're going to do and then we're going to like get healthy and then we can just slack off the rest of our lives. Like, that's it. That's not how it works. And when you say it out loud, you're like, oh wow, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, right? But sometimes when we're in it, we don't think about it like that. And then, so it's what you said, it's creating those habits, that consistency, and just learning to show up where you want those habits to be established. What do you think about that?
Well, I would say one thing, face and body sort of work and mindset work. Obviously, it's daily thing, but also it has to become as a part of your lifestyle rather than being forced into it. Because then, obviously, you give up. You will be demotivated if you are forcing to do something which you just really don't want to do. So finding those little things, as you said about the water, which is very interesting because you may not know that face yogis, they drink warm water. And especially first thing in the morning and evening. And it's like a cleansing. So basically, if you think about the dishwasher, you put your dirty dishes in the dishwasher, they come out nice and clean. You drink your water especially in the evening before you go to bed. Warm water usually doesn't make you to go to the toilet, and you basically cleanse your system as you would do with your dishes. This is just, sorry, that was completely off the track. But with the
No, but
mindset,
it's such a
these
good
little things,
analogy.
yeah, these little things are, it will get to your daily life, and you realize very soon that you cannot live with it. So it's like your cup of water. I can't live without cup of water, to be honest. And if I don't have it in a day, I feel like I'm missing something. And then I think it's just water. Simple as that. So doing little steps, definitely it helps. There is no point to get overwhelmed with all sorts of different routines and so on, which I have so many questions. People are asking me, I can't get rid of this. How come I'm not getting results? And so on, because they are trying to do too much too early rather than concentrating on one thing,
One
doing
thing.
it properly, and building it up because there's no rush. We have the whole life for it.
Yes. Yes. And I mean, it's the same thing in business. Like, if you are trying to do 7 different things at the same time, you're not going to do any of them well. Right. But if you focus on one project at a time, you get it done well, by the time you look back, like if you look back on a year and each month you dedicated some time, or you dedicated the time it needed, you look back and you have a bunch of projects done. If you're trying to do them all at the same time, you just feel like you're like, you're like a fire. You're just like, nothing gets done. You're just, everything's a mess. And so it's the same thing with health. I love how like symmetrical the things that we do are. It's so cool.
Yes, that's true.
So I want you to tell me about, well, you have a free Halloween Pilates class coming up.
Yes, it's
That's
actually, yeah, it's
tomorrow.
starting tomorrow. It's tomorrow morning. It's 9:30 UK time, which is 10:30 CET, and it's just general Pilates class. Obviously, because I'm offering it free, so I'll be doing easy exercises, easy to follow. Mainly, it's about moving the body, mobilizing the joints and spine. So sort of very relaxed class. And I love this sort of thing because we have so many things in our daily life. We are just rushing, and then we think I have to do this and that, and then we are exhausted at the end of the day. And the
Mm,
purpose of this class, particularly because it's on Saturday morning, it's like finishing off that busy week with something which moves our body and we can just breathe and relax rather
mhm,
than, hard workout, which will just exhaust our body even more. So doing something really, really relaxing where you can enjoy it and getting benefits, actually mobilizing your body, you will feel great in the whole day after. Believe me, my um, clients and people who enjoy my classes, they always say, like, I cannot move, I feel so good for the rest of the day, because the mind is relaxed and the body is energized. And it's so important. And obviously this goes together with other things which you may know, that actually the tension in your body, especially the upper part, will have a direct effect, negative effect on a face, because the whole body and face is connected. We have a connective tissue, we have the nervous system, and everything else. So if your body doesn't feel great, well, your face is not probably going to be happy either.
That's such a good point. Yeah, and your body is talking to you. So if something's going on, it knows, like, okay, you look at the face a lot in the mirror, like, I'm trying to tell you that something's going on. And it's amazing what happens when we listen to our body. Like with the thirst, with drinking the water, and then you drink more water and suddenly, oh wow, I feel better, like, oh, you don't say you hydrated yourself and now you feel, you know what I mean? So I love that. And you also have a free community that we could be a part of, right? Can you tell me a little bit about that, Bonnie?
Oh, yes, I have a free Facebook group. It's a private space Facebook group. It's called Face Body Mind Community. And I started actually this group with not knowing exactly where I am going. It was end of last year. And then something clicked in my head, and I was thinking, I really want to do this, but I don't know how. And then I actually hired a mindset coach, and things started to flow for some reason. Suddenly, like, yes, this is it. So I'm connecting in this group the face and body and mind, which obviously can't attract certain kind of people who like this kind of journey or work, or simply just someone who loves to know a little bit more about face yoga, because it's going to be really big, I think, within next few years. It's like in past yoga, if we think, I don't know how many years back, we didn't know much about yoga or
Yeah.
Pilates. So I think this thing about connecting the face, body, and mind, I think like in the next 10 years, I think will be really big. And obviously, I want to be part of it. And you can be part of it as well right now.
I love it. That's such a good point. And yes, people are becoming so much more re-aware of like themselves, and we see the trends where we're more conscious of what we're eating. With the pandemic, there was a huge rise in people cooking at home, and so I think you're right. I think there's going to be a lot of focus that's going to go inward now, and we're kind of re-examining us and how we can feel better and how we can not be so dependent on medicines. I think there's a big focus on that. And so that's a good thing. I love it, Bonnie, and you're at the forefront of it. So is there any last minute tips that you have for the audience here before we sign off?
Last minute tips. Well, as we said, consistency is number one. Whatever you like to do in your life, you have to be consistent with it to get the results you are after. It doesn't matter if it's personal thing, business thing, or exercise or health. Being consistent is very important. Then obviously, if you don't know where to start, there's nothing wrong with asking someone who knows more than you, like
Yeah.
me, and and really getting that sort of initial help, because more likely you will start well at the beginning rather than trying to figure out yourself, because that may not work and you may spend lots of time wasting lots of time, sometimes money as well, where you are not going to actually get the results you are after, because you wouldn't understand those principles which are so important. Every single um, exercise, or I would say exercise techniques, whatever it is, could be gym workout, could be weight loss, could be something with nutrition. There are principles which we supposed to follow to get the results. So this is my really number one tip.
I love it. Yay. Thank you so much for being on with us today, Bonnie. And I will make sure that all your links are available in the show notes below, so that we can check out your Facebook group and sign up for the Face Body Mind Lounge membership, which is coming soon. So, yay. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Bonnie, and have a great rest of the day. And we'll see each other on Facebook.
Yeah, pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.